part 2 of the video is me going over the overlay. So let's go back to NASDAQ. And then this is the overlay, going over the overlay. So we got this going on NASDAQ. All right. So this was Friday. Let's pick a prettier day. Okay. Let's cherry pick this just a little bit. All right. So you can see here. Let's just pick this day because this is the easiest day to kind of give you guys an example of what's going on. So let's get rid of the volume. Now, I'm going to just replay to New York session. And I'm going to give you guys a framework in which how this thing works. What you guys need to understand is this is the strategy, make or break, right? So this thing is only going to give you signals based on criteria being met. So whatever you input here for the money management, trailing stop, all these things, you're not going to get a next signal until you get an exit signal, stop loss, or take profit. Simple as that. You're not going to get an entry signal unless all of the filters line up. So if you have the daily VWAP, if you have the daily open where it has to be above the daily open, you have both the super trends, and you have a momentum oscillator, trusted buy set up. It will only give you signals when price is above the daily open, which right here, when price is above the daily VWAP, right here, and you gain a trusted buy alert. You can see right here. All three of these things got to line up for you to even get this signal, right? And then you can see the profit, right? Some of you guys were complaining that, okay, well, this was a sell signal. I didn't get it. Why would you get a sell signal here? It entered a chop zone. So if you have, I don't have the super trend filters on it. So if I had the filters on, this would be an exit signal, right? Let's see if we can scroll back and see, look right here. Things have to line up for you guys to get a sell signal. The current super trend has to be down. The higher time frame super trend has to be down, right? You have to get the trusted buy alert, and you're below you're at this point, you're now below the daily open and the VWAP because the VWAP is up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is what you get. Easy trades. These trades were made for automation. These trades were made for you to help with rules. Okay. A lot of traders, what is the main problem? They don't know how to follow their own rules. You're watching other traders that are telling you the rules, but they can't do it for you. That's why you create a system, right? You can see even right here, right? Chop zone, we exited here, but you didn't get the trusted sell until this happened because we're still above the daily open and I have the filter on. So you guys can see how by changing, right? The default is based on NAS 100 settings. My strategy for NAS 100. So you have pips and points, right? And the pips and points for stop loss is 50. And then you have the multiplier here. So a multiplier of 0.05 is 25. 1 times 50 is 50. 2 times 50 is 100. This is my NASDAQ 100 template for you guys. Okay. Let's go over the alerts. The buy and sell, all this, whatever you have checked is the alert that's going to fire. All you have to do is whatever alert you want. Buy, sell, click on it, press OK. You don't want the sell alert, unclick it. Go here, add indicator set. Go here, add why does it do that? Gotta refresh because TradingView does that sometimes. Sorry about that. Go here. There we go. 3 dots, add alert. And you see any alert function call, create, done. That's it. The alerts are built into the system and they send like a full signals chat. If you guys see the alert that I have here, this was the alert. It sends a full alert. Buy long trade signal, currency.com, time frame 10-minute, entry, price, stop loss price, pips and points, take profit 1, 2, 3, 4. It sends everything to you like a signals chat. Okay. That's what it's built for. People that are asking for the alerts for automated trader, that is going to come when the back testable version is done. And it is done. We are waiting for automated trader to be updated. So all you got to do is press copy webhook and put it into the bot. And I'll show you guys how to do that. I promise you, the tediousness of this, the setup you have right now is going to be over. I'm going to fix it. So it's just 1, 2, 3 done. Right. So I think most people got the idea of when it came to the NASDAQ settings and stuff like this, right? So this was Friday. Let's come back over here. Great. So we can see that this hit crazy on the 10-minute, right? So you guys can see my settings are set up that way. So look what happens with that money management settings over on something like gold. Pip and point structure is different on gold, right? We went over on the momentum oscillator settings that, you know what I'm saying, you're still here. So say I want to make settings for gold. I keep the same filters. I got to change my money management now, right? So pip and, if I want to stick to pips and points, what did we see? Pip and point amount is, you know, maybe I don't want 10-point stop loss, 10 points, right? My take profit structure. Take profit one is half of that, right? So now I want a 5-point take profit one. 1 times 10 is 10 points. 1 times 2. So it's 15 points. I'm sorry, 20 points. So maybe I want 1 point, right? And then I have my trailing stop inputs. If I have my break even at the TP1, break even offset is going 5 points into profit. This is where you start looking at your broker. I'm like, all right, what's my spread on gold? So on my broker, my spread on gold is 1 point, right? So now I'll just move to 1. So now when it moves to break even, it puts it in profit in 1 point to cover my spread. Trailing stop, right? Trailing stop after TP, trailing stop type is ATR, using pretty much using the super trend. If you wanted at pips and points, then you would change this to, okay, I want it to trail 5 points behind price each time. Press OK now. And you can see how the money management was fixed. And now you have regular alerts. And I just gave you guys a whole setting structure. This is crazy. You get what I mean? So let's go to something like USD JPY that I see here. Let's do that for you guys. We're on the 10-minute time frame. Even that setting structure works really well. But a lot of you guys, you know, want to change it up. So what I've noticed as well is that unless you're trading something religiously and you know it, for example, let's look at USD JPY. What time does USD JPY move? New York and Asian session, right? So let's just stick to New York for now, right? Let's turn the overlay on. Let's turn on New York session here at the bottom. New York, right? This is UTC4. So we're going to turn this on at 8 o'clock. And then we're just going to 16. Strict means if only filters trades at that time. So you'll only see trades at that specific time. So show New York, strict entries, done, right? So now only entries are going to show me during New York session. This is at the wrong time. My apologies. I have to fix it up here. So New York. Right. So this was London session I'm looking at. This is New York session. And then, yeah, so here we go, right? So we have that going down. USD JPY doesn't trend well, what I'm seeing here. So let's look at GJ. And it's Asian session. That's what we need to pay attention to. Asian session is when this thing wants to move. So you guys are seeing it in real time. But let's just pick this, right? You guys see this. Let's just pick it. This is just for example purposes, right? Trusted buy. If I want to change my pivot point structure to ATR to automatically adjust, I can do that, right? The pivot point structure is for people that really know their system, they know the symbol and want to adjust it accordingly. So make sure that you match up the symbol to the session, and then the money management is what controls the signals, right? So you guys can see I changed it to ATR and it automatically adjusted based on the volatility. ATR automatically adjusted, and it's utilizing the ATR length, stop loss inputs, ATR length, and the multiplier. I like setting it to 10 if you're scalping, and the multiplier 2. So whatever the ATR is going to multiply by 2, and that's going to be a stop loss, and that's going to be your take profit points. And then obviously that multiplier at the bottom is what you're multiplying your take profits by, your stop loss by. So you can see you're getting amazing results scalping with this system, right? And this is just me, going through it. Let's talk about GBJPY here. And let's turn off the session. Let's just focus on getting the money management together, right? Boom. There you go, right? And this is just by using the ATR. Now, if you came up with a strategy and you back tested manually, like, okay, let me look at London session for JPY, and let's measure the past month of London session highs and lows, and let me see the average in which that pips and points moved, right? So let's look at this. Boom. You can go to London, show London, right? London session starts at, this is New York. So 3 o'clock. Let's just stay here, right? Let's just stay here for example purposes. Yeah, I think this is correct. I think it's actually at 3 o'clock Eastern. You can go down here and then position, close icon, line width, occupation, background, dash, and then you can see the position outside, size label normal. Yeah, session. Yes. And then labels right here. Labels change the pip value for the day. And it will show you how many points it's moved during the session, right? 146, 76, 129, 76, 97, 94, right? 82, 145. So you get to see how many points a symbol will move during the correlated session. So what you do is you find the average and you have your take profit and stop loss structure within that range. So you know that, okay, past 30 days, GJ has averaged 100 points during London session. Okay, so I want a 50-point stop loss and I want a multiple of those 50 points as my take profits. And you'll always see that you'll have a high win rate. So this is a quick overview of how to kind of optimize this thing. The overview went over a lot, like the original overview went over the filters and all these other things, right? A lot of you guys are getting stuck on the money management. So the money management is what controls the rest of the trades. This isn't a buy and sell indicator that's going to give you buys and sells, buys and sells, buys and sells. It will keep you in a trade as long as the trend is there. If it didn't hit stop loss, it hit all your take profits, and you have a trailing stop and it keeps going, it's going to keep you in the trade until it hits the stop loss, the trailing stop, right? So you guys are getting kind of confused on that. This thing is really easy to optimize if you just play around with it. If you have questions, comment down below, hit me up in the Discord, and I will be glad to help you guys and more in depth. I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.